An important feature to be aware of is that you can actually hide elements depending on the display. Let me explain to you what that is all about. If you go into tablet and then of course if you go into mobile display, you will find that sometimes things get very crowded, especially when you are displaying a lot of images on your site. If that information or that image isn't that important, it's basically just eye candy, you can actually go and hide it on certain displays. You can set it to hide on tablet or only on mobile or both, or even on desktop. Let me show you how we can do that. I'll go to desktop and I'll just bring in an image here for us. I'll drag this all the way to the bottom and we make this a very big image. Click on the element and then go and select image to upload one. Click here, I call this one big image. And this is going to be a very big prominent image that looks pretty good on your desktop display. Let's save this, Control-Command-S, and then we go to our mobile views. Tablet first, and you can use the shortcut key on your keyboard, which is Control-Command-, and that takes us into tablet view. Let's have a look on mobile. And in this case, I feel like it doesn't work on mobile for whatever reason. To hide it only on mobile, select the image or the element, and you will see from the toolbar there's this little eye icon. When you click on it, it's going to disappear, and you will see there is no place for you to find that image now anymore. If you go up one level to tablet, Control-Command+, image is still there, and if you go one more to desktop, the image is still there. And you can test it on the front end. Let's save it again. Let's go to the front end, click here on preview. And now I will open a developer's tool called Polypane. Polypane is going to give me different displays of the same website but on different devices, and then we can check whether that image is displaying on the tablet and desktop and whether it's not displaying on this iPhone device simulation that we have here. Let's just go and copy the URL here, and we go to Polypane and we paste it. Right, so this is the website. You can see we have here on the left the iPhone 12 Pro, iPad 7th generation in the middle, and then we have a laptop display at 1280 pixels here on the right. And Polypane allows me to view these three views side by side, so I can really see whether my website is ready-made for responsive viewing. And now I can also test whether that image is appearing on my tablet and my desktop, and that it's not appearing, it's invisible on my mobile device. So I'll scroll down all the way to the bottom, and you will see when I get to the bottom, my image is here, but not there. Now though, looking at it, I decide, but wait a minute, I do like this image. I think I'm gonna also put it on my mobile. I go back and let's go into Brizy. Let's go to our mobile view. And where do I find that setting now to bring back the image? For that, you have to go to the toolbar options here in the bottom right-hand corner, all the way to the left. And you see this little gray out icon with the tooltip, show hidden elements. By default, it is actually selected, which means that the moment you make an element disappear or invisible, you're not going to see anything on this page. But now in this case, you want to bring it back, so you need those controls. You select this and you toggle it, and now you'll see a blurry image of our image that has been made invisible. It's showing you that the image is invisible by blurring it, and now you can again interact with it like you would with any other element. So select it, and then deselect the invisible, and now it is back. So if I update it, and I go to the front here of Polypane, and I reload this page, we will see that the image also now appears again at the bottom of my mobile device. Scroll down, there it is. Two more points here. Of course, you can also do this on a tablet device. So let's go to tablet. Same power you have here, select it, click here on invisible. And because this one is selected, it's gonna blur out. If you don't want to see it, You just detoggle it. And the reason you will not want to see it is because you want to really understand the spacing on your site. And by detoggling it, it gives you the display of how your site will look. Let's bring it back. Select it again, and we make it visible. Just go through that a few times because this is very handy. If you have on your desktop display 20 images, that works very well for a gallery. But when you go to tablet and mobile, you maybe only want 6 images. Then you're going to make the rest of them invisible. Can you also make this invisible, this element, on a desktop? And the answer to that is yes. You can make entire sections and blocks and columns. Let's go for a block this time, and I'll show you the block settings, but it will work exactly the same for columns, rows, and elements as well. Let's choose this slider that we have here. Click on the block settings, go to settings, styling, and then under advanced, you will have the ability to show on desktop. If I deselect it, it's going to blur out. And now you know that is not going to display on your desktop. You can also again play here with this hide and reveal. And if we save this, go to Polypane. Let's just scroll to the top before we refresh it. This should disappear now. Control R to refresh the page. And that little section with the 3 info boxes are now hidden on your desktop device.